Hi, I'm Andrea Cline, and I'd like to talk a little bit about some mistakes and maybe just touch on some of the stuff I see novice riders or beginner riders or even young riders do. That I'd like to point out just some of the stuff that they do and maybe how to correct some of that stuff. A lot of times I see riders come in to me, and as they're coming into a turn, they really have no control of where their horse is going, and their rim, they're turning these barrels so tight, and their arm is just straight as a board. Okay. First thing, when your arm is really straight and your elbow is locked, you'll have a tendency to flatten a horse in a turn. Okay. So if I'm coming up into a turn and my arm is really straight, okay, I'm going to flatten that horse. I'm going to make the turn, and I have no control over where that horse is placing his or her feet. So just by changing one little tiny thing, and it's these little tiny things that cut off our times, is put a little bend in your elbow, just a little bit. I know that a lot of you aren't a monkey-armed person like I am, but bend that elbow just slightly, okay? Coming into your turn and staying around your turn. And you'll have more control of your horse in a turn just by a simple bend of your elbow. That's it. And that's just one tiny, tiny little thing that will help you control that turn. Okay? And be aware and think about that elbow being so straight. And really just that elbow being straight will help you in controlling that horse's turn. That goes to starting a turn too soon. I have touched on this a little bit, but a lot of young riders, a lot of novice riders, I know that they really don't have a concept of where their horses' bodies are, and that takes a lot of time to learn, and I understand that. So for any of you young riders and people that are just kind of getting into this, when you're looking at your turn, don't ever look at your barrel. Don't take your eye and lock it on the barrel. Move your eyes to the ground around the barrel, and you really want to go about 3 or 4 feet, okay? And just guide that horse to that 3 or 4 feet spot on the ground around the barrel, and keeping your elbow just slightly bent, just a little bit bent. It doesn't have to be real bent, but just having that elbow bent will help you guide that horse and not get him so straight, turning into those barrels. The other rider issue I see a lot is leaning into the barrel. Okay, so I see a lot of this with the elbow straight and leaning into the barrel. Okay, when you do that, you're going to start hitting barrels. You're going to start drifting out of your barrels. You may come in real close and then come out leaving real wide. Okay, so to fix that, you can put a little bit of weight in your outside stirrup. Okay. And again, it goes back to those eyes. You want to take your eyes and just kind of let them fall up over the outside ear. Keep your elbow bent, and you'll have a lot more control going around your barrel just by changing those 2 little things. And again, it's those little tiny things that add up.